Okay, so apologies for anyone who hasn't seen me do the fielding setups or drills for batting or bowling, whatever it is, like this before, but on a little whiteboard. Hopefully it makes sense with a bit of commentary so you'll understand what's going on. What I've got here is a little fielding drill which we've started to do for high catching, and you can obviously adapt it to different things, whether it be flat catches or retrieves or over the shoulder or that any kind of thing. But the idea is getting rid of the cue. Get rid of it. We don't want any cues going on. I want everyone doing something all the time. As one of our teachers at school has said quite a few times, somebody do something is what we're always looking for. So someone's always active. Everyone's always active, ideally. So really simple. So high catching drill, the usual one. So it might be this boring. So this is often level one of it. We've got one coach here. He's got a mitt and a bat in his hand. So level one, that's what we've got. The guy whacks it up in the air. We've got 17, 30, 100. I don't know how many kids are out in this queue, but we've got loads of them out there. It looks like, if it's only 4, not too bad actually, but we've got loads of kids out in the queue. As you can imagine, that's the kind of thing you see all the time. Take your catch, jog around to the back of the queue. Maybe you do a little sprint around the coach or something, but that's the kind of thing you see a lot of the time. Now, we want to try and get away from that. The next kind of step up that we start to see, and this is something that I've done for years really, and it's obviously not the best way in the world to do it, but it works quite well. Try and do it with no more than 8 in a group. So there'll be something like that, and you've got your cone either side, and the catch goes up, and rather than one cue, catch goes up, a little bit of communication, one runs out and the other runs out, and between them one of them's got to catch it, then you pass it to the other person. So if this guy catches it, so we've got a guy in here, haven't we? If this guy catches it, he comes in, the front guy, the other one is also there, he pops it off and he throws it in. So we've got a little bit more going on. Follow that with a sprint and a cross side, so they cross over, join the back of each other's queue. By the time they get back, they're probably not waiting around too long, so that's not too bad again. So we're starting to make something happen that's a little bit more involved. However, the new one I've started to do, which works really well, and some of you guys might want to try it out, is slightly different, and it takes away the idea of it being linear and hitting towards people all the time. So what happens now is, obviously my art is, we'll call it medium, but we get these stumps set up in the middle, and they're probably, depending on the age range, if you're working with some older guys, so seniors or 16 and above, I'd say you probably want them to be a good 10, 12 steps apart as a minimum, meaning that you can stand in the middle here and you're probably 6 or 7 steps away from each set of stumps in that direction, that direction, and that direction. Anyway, we've got a triangle of stumps there, and we've got a fielder next to each set of stumps, and you're in the middle as the coach with your cricket bat. So the way this is different is, what happens now is we've got a fielder in the deep on each set of stumps. So we've still got our 6 fielders, or we could have more than that if we wanted to. We could make it a square. I think 3 works pretty well though in my experience so far. And what happens now is we get 6 people working all the time. So the ball starts here, and I find if you start with 4 cricket balls, that works pretty well. So the catch gets hit up in the air, out to there, catch is taken, relay throw, thrown back in. As soon as this catch is hit, this catch is then hit out here as well. As soon as that one's hit, this one's hit out here as well. By the time you've hit the 3rd catch out to here, the first throw has come back in over the top, the bails have been taken off, and the ball has been rolled back to your feet. If you've got 4 balls, you've already picked up the spare ball, and you're already hitting that one as the other one's coming back towards you. So we're constantly picking up a ball, hitting it out. That person's taking a catch, making a throw. They're taking a catch, rolling a ball back in. The next one's going on. In about a minute and a half, I think you can probably hit out 15 to 20 high catches. So in a minute and a half, you're getting half of your group to have probably 6 or 7 high catches, and you're getting half your group to have 6 or 7 throws, and you're getting the other half of your group to then have 6 or 7 receives of the ball and getting the bails off. Swap it round, another minute and a half, so 3.5 minutes all in total with 30-second changeover. everyone's taken a few high catches, everyone's taken some return catches, everyone's made some throws. So that's the idea. It means you're really busy in the middle, but in effect you're tripling your productivity because there's less waiting around. So we did this today down at the grammar school in Portsmouth. We had the same thing set up, 2 lots side by side, and it worked fantastically well. So we had 12 guys all catching, everyone was busy all the time. One of the stations was set up exactly like this. The other station was set up slightly differently, where both people stood next to the stumps and they took a catch going out each time, and they had to chase out after it rather than coming in. And then they'd come in and swap over. So just a little idea of how we can take something we've done hundreds of times, tweak it and try and get a little bit more out of it, rather than just accepting that we've got a catching drill or a high catch drill that gets most people involved. Hopefully now we've got a high catch drill that includes a few more people, and just makes our time a little bit more productive, and we get rid of those cues. Okay, good luck. If you've got any comments on it, give me a shout, let me know. But try it out, and also hopefully the format of doing it on a whiteboard works pretty well, so you get the idea. Apologies for the artwork though.